Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Going to have a lot of fun today. We are talking to Scott Boyett and Amy Boyett, and we are going to talk about all kinds of things. I haven't even told you what we're going to talk about, have I? You guys plan on coming in here and just talking about your hotel?
Yes.
We are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about trying to get them internet. I'm going to tell them what's going on with that. And me telling you on the air what's going on with that may not be the smartest thing in the world for my job.
But we would like to know.
You would like to know.
We would like to know.
Yes. That's good. That's good. Yeah, we're gonna talk with the Boyetts here eventually, and about the Victorian on Main in Fairfield, Illinois. It is up and running and doing a kick job. I almost cursed. Right before Christmas. Actually, we're shooting this before Christmas, but you're watching this on Thursday, December 25th or 6th. So thank you so much for tuning in here on this Thursday, the 26th. Let's give you some community events, tell you what is going on around the area. See, now I've switched. These are called cameras.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Now we're on that one.
That's what that is.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, the Boyetts might have a little history with cameras and how they work. So we'll see how this goes. But what's some community events going on today? Actually, this being the day after Christmas, there isn't anything going on. I was looking to find something going on, but there's not a whole lot. So what I'll do is I'm going to tell you about some national days today. This is a National Candy Cane Day. National Candy Cane Day, December 26th each year, gives candy lovers a day to celebrate the red and white striped candies found abundantly during the holiday. Now, do you know when candy canes were invented?
No idea.
Scott is very bright. Scott is a historian. He's lived in England, for crying out loud, and I believe that's where they were invented. So
what year?
Probably.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Okay, all right.
Give me a guess, man.
1878.
That's a good guess. It's entirely wrong, but that is a good guess. In 1844, a straight peppermint candy stick, which was white with colored stripes, was published. The recipe was published. However, some stories tell of an all-white candy sticks in much earlier times. You are right, though. The first known candy cane literature, first known mention of a candy cane, 1866.
Okay.
Wow.
So Charles Dickens kind of...
A little bit after Dickens, probably. Nearby Dickens. First known mentioned in connection with Christmas in 1874.
Okay.
Is that what you said, 1870?
78, but yeah, it was ballpark.
Well, very impressive. As early as 1882, candy canes have been hung on Christmas trees. Huh. So today is the day where folks, do you have candy cane traditions? Enjoy one from your stocking or pluck one from the tree. Share candy canes with your sweetheart, neighbor, or child in your life. That'd be fun. However you celebrate, be sure to put National Candy Cane Day when you're putting on social media. Also today, this is National Thank You Note Day. National Thank You Note recognizes the time-honored tradition of thanking people for their gifts, hospitality, and generosity. It's a day to get note cards, paper, pens, envelopes. Now, I must ask you, these are a married couple with children, with a child. How are we teaching the child the art of the thank you note?
Oh, of course.
Yes, we are, actually. So we just had her birthday. Her birthday is on the 17th.
Of December, right?
Yes,
December.
and she got gifts from 20 of her friends, and we are in the process of having her write thank you notes for all of them.
No kidding.
We're learning letters and numbers, so yeah.
The child just turned 6, I guess.
Just turned six.
And she's already writing thank you notes.
She's writing thank you notes.
How about that?
She signs it XOXO Lily.
That's That's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if the other friends can do her other friends. Are they able to read them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Their handwriting is about the same level right now.
Well, that is the coolest. This is National Candy Cane Day, so you might want to take that into consideration. Also, December 26th, it's Boxing Day. It is Boxing Day. This is not the sport, but this is celebrated in Britain, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and other Commonwealth countries. The annual custom began in the United Kingdom in the 19th century under Queen Victoria. Now, I bet you could tell me all about Boxing Day. You never lived over there during Boxing Day? You always went home for Christmas, didn't you?
Yeah. I was back to the U.S., man. I got homesick.
Well, let me tell you about Boxing Day then. Actually, it is. I've been over there for Boxing Day one time. Yeah, and we didn't set the boxes out or anything. We were bad holiday people.
Yeah.
Well, we were in London, so we were in a hotel.
What is? I don't know what it is. I know the term, but I don't know
How
what
this
it is.
happened.
Tell me.
How this happened? It's not certain why the day is called Boxing Day. Some say it's because in Britain a Christmas present is called a Christmas box, and on the day after Christmas, servants received the Christmas box from their masters, from the folks who hired them. And others say the holiday refers to using a box to collect money for the poor. Boxes were placed inside churches on Christmas Day and then opened the next day. So that's very nice opportunity. And actually, how it was explained to us when we were over in England on Boxing Day, it was explained that, you take your boxes and you set them outside and people come and take them or something like that. I just thought it just sounds like trash day to me.
Okay, I don't want this anymore. I'm going to set it
or
outside.
vandalize them one of the two.
That's and one other thing. Since we didn't have community events to tell you about, let me give you one other thing. Oh, I didn't get that one pictured on there. Doggone it. I've got the 109th district right there. This is also Kwanzaa. This is Kwanzaa today, the first day of Kwanzaa from now until January 1st, a nice week-long celebration to celebrate African heritage. Kwanzaa started actually a little bit more recently. Guess this one.
Kwanzaa. I don't know.
You don't know this?
No.
Scott.
He's failing.
I was really kind of counting on him for Trivia Pursuit or something like that. Well, all right. We'll forget it.
1965. I'm making it.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1966.
Oh!
Very impressive. Very impressive. What's on television and what do you want to see on TV today? There's still a few stuff going on. Some NCAA football. If you'd like to watch some bowl games today, the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl is today. Louisiana Tech Bulldogs versus the Miami Hurricanes. That's on on ESPN today at 3 p.m. And that'll be followed up on ESPN tonight by the Quick Lane Bowl. That's Pittsburgh Panthers versus the Eastern Michigan. I think it's in Detroit anyway, so it's basically at Eastern Michigan. Also, another couple of ball games tonight in the NBA. San Antonio Spurs, the first game of a doubleheader. They are playing at Dallas. That'll be at 7 o'clock on TNT, Channel 633. And finally, the Portland Trailblazers playing at the Utah Jazz. That will be tonight at 9:30, also on TNT. I am joined today by Scott Boyett, Amy Boyett from the Victorian on Main. We're going to talk about a wide variety of stuff, and we'll be back with them right after these. Stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here on Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guests today from the Victorian on Main. It is Scott Boyett down there and Amy Boyett right here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the hotel, the history of it, and then we'll show folks what it looks like right now. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Because as folks might recall, they were here last year about this time.
We're here.
Yeah.
And last year at about this time, we had and you were here later on this summer, right?
Yeah.
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 And first of all right, now this may not be the question you expect first.
Oh boy.
What in the world made you think you wanted to build a hotel in Southern Illinois in Fairfield?
Well, we owned the building, so
owned the building.
So that was a bonus.
It's a good start.
Honestly, we've loved the house. We bought it in 2005, and my mom and dad ran an antique store in it for years.
Right.
And then when they closed the antique store, we just used it as a private home. And then my dad passed away about 3 years ago,
Right.
and we were trying to figure out what to do with this big gigantic
Gary
house.
Taylor.
Gary Taylor. And we were trying to figure out what to do with this big gigantic house. My mom didn't want to live in it by herself anymore, and we honestly thought about putting it up for sale, and I think we listed it for
We did list it
about
for
a
a
month
short
or
time,
so.
yeah.
And
Did you really list it? I don't recall you listing
Yes,
it.
yes,
Okay.
we did. We did list it, and then
No one recalls it.
No one knows anything
No one knew
about that.
Yeah.
And then your lovely wife told me about the city doing a feasibility plan on the need for lodging in the area.
Right.
And she connected me with Flo Simpson, and we had a couple conversations and looked at the feasibility study
whole thing,
and
yeah.
thought, okay, well, maybe there's something here. And then we sent the feasibility study to our accountant and said, are we crazy? And she said, no, I don't think you are. So that's why we decided
See,
to
now
do
that's
it.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you get a little buy-in from an accountant,
Yes.
is your accountant typically a drinker?
No comment.
Maybe when she sees our books now, she might be.
Oh, okay.
Might have driven her that.
Okay, so the inn itself has basically been open for, we'll say, 3 or 4 months now
Yeah,
total,
3 or 4
right?
months. Yeah.
And had a nice big grand opening in June, but it was kind of a soft grand.
Yes, correct.
To tell you the truth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we had a couple rooms open at that point, and now everything is open. So
Our original plan was to have the whole thing open in June or July, and the reality is when you're in the middle of construction, things
Yeah.
just shift.
Construction
shift.
is occasionally
Yes,
altered.
a little,
Schedules
yeah.
get altered.
it's always 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is this going to take? Just 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks.
Scott, tell me a little bit. What was the time frame between the decision this is what we're going to do with this building until opening. I mean, because this renovation was a several months long deal.
It feels like a roller coaster ride. It was actually pretty quick because we got the feasibility study, and then we started working on our business plan. That would incorporate all of the financials and everything else, sort of, and the timeline and all that. So that. We got the feasibility study probably September 2018. By October, we were working the business plan. By February 2019, we were in construction.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and then opening 6 months later.
Yeah.
Nearly 6 months later. Yeah. Here's if you are unfamiliar with the place, here's what it looked like this week. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty shot of it. That's also not a small place at all, is it?
No, it is not.
It's large, and it's larger now. I mean, the 3 rooms that we have on the 3rd floor were originally both storage and servants' quarters.
Oh, really?
And now they're accessible. There was a very dangerous and treacherous staircase, a spiral staircase that went up to the 3rd floor.
Here's another shot from this winter, and I tell you what, that cleans up real nice, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It does.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How many rooms total is it? What's the footage? What do we know? Actually, I'm really interested in the square footage. You probably don't know that.
It's at least 8,000 square feet.
How many?
It's at least 8,000 square
wow.
feet.
Yeah.
I actually don't think we've done a full.
Especially now that we've had it, opened up a little bit.
We haven't had.
I mean,
it
nothing's
full.
really changed. The rooms are all existing.
Count the basements, though. See, at that time, back whenever you would have been thinking about the numbers, like whenever you did put it up for sale, you probably wouldn't have counted some of the storage.
We wouldn't have counted the 3rd floor because most of it was attic space.
Right. Yeah.
And we wouldn't have counted the basement. So if you're counting the basement and now the new square footage on the 3rd floor, it's well over 8,000 square feet.
I love that you installed bathrooms upstairs. I guess you see now that must for folks when you look at a home like this. Sorry, you're looking at this. So now I've got the picture with the nice Christmas lights, and the home was built in
1895.
1895. So it's 125 years old. Folks might look at a home like that and they might think, that might have 1895 plumbing involved. It really doesn't, though, anymore.
It's all brand new. We had replaced a lot of the plumbing when we first bought the house. It only had 2 bathrooms in it at that time, and now we have 7.
7 bathrooms.
Yeah, and they're all brand new. I mean, look, the house was not built for plumbing. Really, it was. If you look at the Wayne County Press back then, they're talking about this newfangled indoor plumbing thing that the Creightons are putting into their brand new home, and people are intrigued by it. But it really was, the whole thing really wasn't built for plumbing in each room like most houses are today. So it was tricky for sure.
But it was something that was really important to us. I love bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't want to share a bathroom with someone.
No.
And we wanted it to be the best of a bed and breakfast and the best of a boutique hotel.
Right.
So we were really conscious about making sure we found a way to put a bathroom in every room that our guests have.
And that is one of the biggest requests we get. People that call to make reservations, like, now, am I got to share a bathroom?
Well, I wonder, do you get that? Do you get the calls? Do people assume 190 or 125-year-old house? Do they come to the thought, well, I'm going to be camping out?
They do.
Yeah.
And especially people who love bed and breakfast, and a lot of times they'll go to a bed and breakfast, and there is a community bathroom.
Right.
And that's just the way that other old houses are set up. The weird thing is we tell them that no, each room has its own bathroom. Like, oh my goodness, is there an elevator? Like,
No, there is not an elevator.
and we explain,
I
okay.
wasn't going to ask that, Scott.
So officially, just so everyone knows,
We do not
there's
have an
no
elevator.
It's an 1895 quaint Victorian home.
Yeah.
with
But
no elevator.
there is a second story.
Everything's easily accessible, and the stairs are not that. I mean, it's just one set per floor, so it's not onerous as far as getting up the stairs.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me you took out the spiral staircase?
We did take out the spiral staircase.
Yeah.
We did. That was one of the first things. Actually, that's how we started construction.
Really?
That was the first thing we did. We knocked down, we took part of one of the big bedrooms on the 2nd floor, and we knocked a wall down, and that was the first thing we put up. Because in order to do construction on the 2nd floor, we had to have a stairwell.
The third floor.
Yeah,
To get up to the
yes,
third floor, you
yes.
had to be able to
We
get
had-
it.
we had
There
to
was
be able to get up.
no way
There
to get
was no
construction
way.
materials, beds, couches, anything up that staircase. I mean, that's why there was nothing up there.
A 12-foot by 4-foot piece of drywall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Going up a spiral staircase.
No. We would have had to knock a hole in the wall of the house itself and crane everything in if we were going to do that. So it was just not a viable option. And
Wow.
so our Cliff Anderson, our contractor, who's a genius, that was his first thought was, okay, so we need a staircase here. And we went, oh.
Yeah, we didn't
How does
come up
that
with
work?
that idea.
And he says,
did,
well,
yeah.
he totally came up with that idea. Because we weren't sure, and we thought we might have to put a hole in the side of the house to get everything in there. And he's like, nope, we're going to do a staircase. And I said, let's do that. Great.
You can see a hole. Yeah, I'm trying to look for where you would have even put it.
Well, we probably would have had to do something on that. The front of the house at the top of the tower, we
Yeah.
probably would have had to take one of the
The
windows
turret
out.
room?
Like through the window.
Yeah,
or-
we
or
would have had
something
to
like
go
that,
through the
so-
window, honestly.
Yeah, but probably to open it up even more to get, like you said, the.
Well, I'm also putting this picture up there for a reason because that's got your information on it there
Yep.
too, right?
Yep.
618-919-0208.
Correct.
And what's the www down there below it?
The Victorian on Main Inn.
Okay.
.com.
I suspect. Did you have trouble finding a Victorian, or were there other people that had Victorian on Main? How much did you try to buy somebody's website?
We
or-
did. Someone
We did.
has www.thevictorianonmain.com,
We tried
and we
to
tried
buy
to buy
it,
it.
and they just never got back to us.
Yeah,
No kidding.
Yeah.
Radio silence.
yeah.
I wonder if it was somebody who just. Wonder if it was even a person who just bought it, or somebody.
It might be a
machine.
bot.
It might be a
just-
bot.
Yeah, bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we went. I think we're through GoDaddy, and
Yeah.
GoDaddy.
Yeah.
We paid them to sort of
Yeah, to search.
research that
Search,
for us, and
yeah.
and try and get a hold of them, and
No response.
nothing.
I've got Scott Boyett here and Amy Boyett. We're talking about the Victorian on Main, and we're going to talk about that and all kinds of other stuff. Here when we return, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Back after these.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We're talking today with Scott Boyett down there, Amy Boyett next to me. We are talking about the Victorian on Main, a home that they renovated over the past year or so, and now it's a bed and breakfast in downtown Fairfield, open and ready to go, and having good success.
Having good success.
Yeah, having good success. Good to hear. We mentioned we mentioned that you've done new bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
New bathrooms. Of course, if you had new bathrooms, you got new bedrooms to go with them, don't
bedrooms.
you?
Right. Yeah, we have 3 bedrooms on the 3rd floor, and we have a bedroom and a suite on the 2nd floor. And the suite is a 2-room suite.
How many people can sleep? How many people will this place sleep?
Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
A lot of times.
About 20.
A lot of times
Yeah.
people know how
Yes,
many
well,
their
yes, I know.
hotels.
You would think that I would have that, and I had to count.
That's all
20.
right. Hey, I own a big house too, man. I know how you have to sit there. 2 up there, 1 up there. Yeah.
How many are we going to throw on the floor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's tremendously comfortable. I'm gonna throw some of these pictures up here, and you tell me about these rooms. This one is.
This is the garden suite.
This is the garden suite.
Yeah, so this is on the 2nd floor of the house. And the 2nd floor is the floor where the Creightons would have lived. The Creightons built the house. It was built in 1895. So the 2nd floor has really high ceilings, beautiful details like fireplaces.
Well, look at that ceiling.
Yes.
It's just gorgeous.
Yes, and this particular room faces the front garden, so that's why we call it the garden suite.
It was originally the upstairs sitting parlor.
Yes.
Oh, really?
The
Yes.
house, yeah.
Yes, and so this room has a bedroom, a little sitting room, and a bathroom. And it also has a balcony that faces the garden.
That one has a
Yeah.
balcony
Doesn't have a-
on it.
has a balcony on it.
I'm gonna see where. Oh, I don't have a door to the bathroom or to
Yeah,
the
you
balcony.
don't-
That
yeah.
do it.
The balcony you see on the front of the house is
Okay.
The second floor
where that
balcony.
leads to.
I see. Wow, that is cool. Okay, I thought you had more than that on the 2nd floor. I thought you had the judge's room too on the
do.
2nd.
We do. We
Okay.
do.
I don't know if I've got
I don't
a picture.
think I don't think I sent those pictures.
Yeah, I don't think I've got that picture. Of
Yeah,
the
Judge
judge's.
Creighton's old bedroom is up there. Mm-hmm. And then we have the Felix room, which is Mr. Felix was the architect of the house.
Oh, really?
So we
I forgot that. Which one was Felix? What Felix was?
W.E. Felix was his name.
The Felix room is connected to the Creighton room through a Jack and Jill bathroom. So
Is-
that is the 2-room suite that is
That
with-
shares a bathroom.
Right.
Is the reason I ask? I just wonder if Mr. Felix is related to me. Because I am a Felix.
I did not know that.
From my mom was a Felix. My grandma and grandpa are Felixes.
Oh, now I really want to figure this out.
Oh, I
because
didn't mean to say what my mom's maiden name was. Now people are going to steal my ID.
all your passwords.
All my passwords. I'm so no. People watching this show, they know they know my mother's maiden name. But yeah, I wonder if that I hadn't really thought about
That
that.
is interesting.
See, now you've done all this history work. You probably if you when you were looking through the Felix stuff, when you run into the ne'er-do-well Felixes, that's when we'll start figuring that I'm involved.
Yeah. We won't talk about that.
I have a 50-page document on the history of the people that built the house. So we did do a deep history dive on people that built
Super
it.
deep dive. Deeper
And-
than anyone would really want to read, I'm sure.
But we didn't get a lot of information on Felix, so I do want to look at your family
Yeah, you
records.
see that?
Yeah.
All you got to do is grab the Simpson book.
Yes,
Because it's
okay.
in the Simpson book,
Okay.
and
All right, okay.
that's easy to find.
Good.
What's this place?
This is the tower room.
The tower room.
This is
Which
on.
which I always lovingly call the turret room.
Yes,
turret room,
yes.
yeah.
And it's the turret. Looks like the turret in front.
Victorian houses were built with towers or turrets. A tower goes all the way to the ground, and a turret is only partial.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I did
so
not
that's
realize the difference there. That makes a ton of
Yeah.
sense.
So this is the top. This is the 3rd floor, and this is in the top of the tower. On
Has
the
a
third
nice
floor.
little day sitting.
That sitting bench is made out of one of the original wrought iron radiators.
No kidding.
It was
Yeah.
too heavy to move downstairs, so we put a top on it and made it a bench.
Yeah, our guys tried to lift it, and they said, if we carry this down the stairs, it's going through to the basement.
Yeah.
It's that heavy. And so we couldn't, we were able to shift it over there, but it is, especially after 100 years of use
Yeah.
with all the sediment and
It is
everything
so
that's
heavy.
in there, it's
Yeah.
ridiculously heavy.
So yeah, it was in use till several years ago, I guess. Then,
Yeah.
oh my heavens!
But yeah, that third floor has all brand new heating and air conditioning as well.
Oh, no
It's
kidding.
separate from the rest of the house, so.
I suspect with the third floor, you probably would have to have a separate air conditioning,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
just to make
Especially
it
in the
efficient.
summer.
To make it efficient,
Right.
Anyway,
In the summer with the heat and everything, the air conditioner makes a
well,
whole
the
big
third floor is
difference.
going to collect it anyway.
Exactly.
Tell me about. I love this room. This is my favorite.
You want to talk about this one?
This is the Squirrels Nest.
I've got a better picture of it here in a minute, so you
Yeah.
go ahead and tell me. Yeah,
Is it our big wooden tent, we like to call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Really comfortable. It's on the other side, I guess that would be the east side of the house. Yeah, our contractor, Cliff Anderson, had this idea. We were looking at it, we're like, should we knock some holes in the wall? Should we create some windows? And he's
Yeah.
like, no, I got this idea. And he showed it to us, and we're like, yeah, that's it.
so that was basically the
This is all-
space was already there.
This was a void.
Yeah.
This wasn't even attic space. This was just empty space that was unused on the
Right.
third floor that Cliff was able to basically reclaim for us.
And here's the outside
There's the
looking.
outside of it, right. So-
looking into the Squirrel's Nest. Now
Right.
tell me, and there's one of the new showers we're talking about,
Right.
along with the sink outside, vanity outside. Tell me how this got its name, and I don't know if Amy wants to tell me or Scott wants
yes.
to.
So when we first bought the house, and my mom and dad ran an antique store in it,
Right.
they lived on the second floor.
Okay.
And my dad really loved to feed the squirrels. He had big bags of peanuts that he would keep, and he would go outside and feed the squirrels. And I guess the squirrels really liked my dad.
Well, that's very
And
kind.
One of them.
How nice of Gary to feed the squirrels like that.
And then the squirrels decided that they wanted to get
They're
the nuts
moving in.
on their own. So one of them made it into the house, and I didn't know this. I was upstairs in the attic. I was trying to get something from the attic, and I walked into this room, which was just storage at the time.
Right.
And I saw what I assumed was a giant stuffed squirrel on the windowsill.
Well, isn't that fine? Gary stuffs a squirrel,
And I thought my dad had gone crazy. I'm like, okay, there's one thing about feeding the squirrels, but then there's something else when you collect stuffed
actually
squirrels.
taxidermy them.
Taxidermy.
Yeah.
This thing didn't move. It was completely still. And as I was leaving the room, and I was in there for a while, as I was leaving the room, the tail twitched just a tiny bit, and I screamed bloody murder. You could hear me. I was on the third floor. They could hear me all the way in the first floor.
We thought she'd like stabbed herself or fallen down the stairs or something. Like, what
What in the world is going on?
So we had to have someone come and get the squirrel out of the house.
Why didn't you just open the window? The squirrel would have
Well,
run.
the windows were painted shut at the time, and there was a little opening where the squirrel was coming in and out.
Oh,
The
okay.
funny thing to me is that the squirrel, it was like some comedy movie where the squirrel like froze while she's in there.
And I wasn't in there for a short amount of
How
time.
did this work?
All right, so I'm assuming that the squirrel was somewhere. We can
Somewhere in
reenact
that,
it
yes,
here.
right there on that window.
So you can see where it goes into the bedroom there, and
Yeah.
that's
Okay, and then we can also see where Amy ran.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Well, that was actually a wall there, and behind that was the void. So the room existed just right there to that wall, and then we reclaimed all that other space.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. Do you
Yeah.
have all right now when you have people look through your different varying rooms online, have you had an opportunity to figure out what is a favorite of folks yet, or do folks have
People have their- yeah.
expressed different interests
Everyone
about
has a
different
different
rooms?
thing.
Yeah.
Like the Squirrel's Nest is because that bed is so it's away from the light, and it's just sort of you're in like this tent.
Yeah.
It is incredibly restful.
Oh, I'll
in that
bet.
room. You don't. There's not a lot of noise. It's just very, very restful. And the same thing with Lily's Hideaway, sort of in the back of the house.
Yeah.
But people who really like all that light and that openness really love the turret room.
Let's see. I think
So.
I've got Lily's here.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That is Lily's Hideaway.
That is-
The only window in that room is right there beside the bed,
Well,
right?
there's two of them. Well, one
there
on
are
either
two.
side of the chimney there. You
Okay.
can't quite see it in this picture.
And that's the north room
yes.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Is that second story or third story?
This is third.
Okay.
Basically, the third floor is, we just used all the really interesting peaks and valleys of a Victorian roof line to create really interesting rooms. So the third floor, the rooms are a little bit more intimate. And the second floor, you have more traditional high ceilings. So we use that in the way we designed the rooms.
This room has one of the biggest bathrooms in the entire house.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
It's honestly the smallest square footage in terms of a room, but the bathroom is the biggest.
Okay, I was thinking that this was the one that attached to the judge room, but that's not. Okay.
No, this is on the third
That's
floor.
downstairs. That's in the second floor.
That's a second.
And
That's-
that chimney there is the original kitchen chimney.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's not the we've got pictures of some of the other ones, but is that sham? Oh, tell me about this mirror. I love this mirror.
This is in the garden suite, and one of the things that was so fun is that we were able to go through everything that we personally owned and everything that Scott's family owned and select really beautiful pieces
Right.
to not just have a great bed, but a great overall feel in the room. And this is in the garden suite.
That's a gorgeous
That's a
piece. So
gorgeous
that is
piece.
an old antique.
It's Art Nouveau.
It's Art
Art
Nouveau.
Nouveau. Okay, so it'd be
Yeah.
like 30s or 40s then.
Well, Art Nouveau really started about 1890s.
Oh, really? Okay.
Started then, and it kind of moved through about the 1920s.
Well, I mean, how often do you see a little woman on a chair, a swing like that? That on a mirror.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is just
Love
gorgeous.
it.
Great piece.
Love it.
That is
Really great
it's an
piece.
outstanding piece. Folks, we are talking here today with Amy Boyett and Scott Boyett. We're talking about the Victorian Inn on Main. And granted, you're watching this on Thursday. If you're watching on cable, on YouTube, you can watch it anytime. It's Christmas season.
It's Christmas season.
And Christmas is Santa Claus has just come in and vomited all over the place. I guess I could have put that better too, couldn't I?
Yeah, too much eggnog for some.
I'm going to show you a little bit of the Christmas decorations when we come back. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Back with Scott and Amy right after this. Stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking here today with Scott Boyett and Amy Boyett. They are trying to help me pull out Christmas at the very last minute. And actually, it's not going well.
No, it sounds like you need a little help.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Sorry, Dodie.
Oh, I'll tell you the other story. I'll tell you the other story next break.
Okay.
Yeah. Although that's only half of it. I'm the worst Santa Claus of all time. Just the worst. It's a good thing I don't have children. All right, we're talking about the holidays at the Victorian on Main, and this is just beautiful. Your mother goes all out, doesn't she?
She goes crazy. She absolutely goes crazy.
Let's start with it. That's you walk in.
This is in the parlor.
That's in the sitting parlor. The foyer.
Foyer. Sorry, this is in the foyer.
yeah.
Yes. To start off, we have 16 trees in the house. 16 Christmas trees at the Victorian on Main.
You have 16 trees.
16 trees.
Your mom
16
says
trees.
20, but she's counting a few that. Yeah.
I must tell you, that does seem excessive.
It is. I think there's a neurological diagnosis for it, and I'm sure my mom has it.
Christmas tree syndrome, maybe?
It is. She has always loved Christmas. She's always loved decorating for Christmas. And when they owned the antique store, she would decorate. And then as we started using it as a family home, she just kept buying more and more trees, one for every room.
Yeah.
And then when we turned it into a hotel, she was like,
that's perfect.
Game on. And
It's not just the trees,
I
though.
better step it up.
Yeah.
It's not just the trees; it's the decorations for the trees.
Yeah.
Each one is a different theme. I mean, it's
Different color palette, different
All right, well, tell
curated.
me about this one.
Curated.
Tell me about this one.
So this is our foyer, and the way my mom decorated this one is she used vintage and reproduction Victorian Christmas cards and bookmarks to decorate it.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have probably about a quarter of them are vintage.
That's a beautiful
pieces.
angel on
Yeah,
top,
it's a
too, by
beautiful
the
angel.
way.
That actually
Yeah.
was the angel that was on our personal Christmas tree for years. when
Oh,
we
no
were growing
kidding.
up.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous one.
Yeah, and she used kind of golds and silvers and champagne colors in this room. And this is the first thing guests see when they walk in the house.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Have you? And she's had it up for all month long, I presume.
She started
have you,
decorating the moment Thanksgiving. No, actually, she started decorating before Thanksgiving, and she decorated a few of the trees as harvest trees.
Yeah.
And then immediately switched them over right after Thanksgiving.
That's all right. Now,
Any excuse.
all right, now it's excessive. I was only teasing earlier.
No,
Now
I'm
it's
not
excessive.
teasing. She's
What are some of your comments from some of your guests whenever they walk into that?
They absolutely love it. And we've actually had a lot of people in town ask us if we're going to do tours, and we just haven't been able to because we've had guests.
Yeah.
But I think next year we're going to look at maybe setting up a Christmas tree tour and maybe block out a day where we don't have guests.
Oh, that'd be
to
great. That'd
walk
be a
people
lot of fun.
around. Yeah.
Let's see what do we have. Oh, it's a nice little white Christmas tree, isn't it?
So this is the tower room. That's
Okay.
at the very top of the
Right.
hotel, and the color palette in this room is black, white, and cream. So
Okay.
she did a white tree. And the wallpaper is a chinoiserie wallpaper with little black birds on it.
Chinoiserie? Is that right?
And so she found some little black and
I was going to say she's matching the tree,
Yes.
like you say.
Yes. And it's hard to see because it's white on white, but it has white bulbs and white lights all over it as well.
And little birdies.
And little birds.
Okay, that's gorgeous. All right, let's move on down. This is down in the sitting room?
Dining room.
Okay.
This is the dining room. So this is the breakfast buffet where guests get their breakfast in the morning. And we wanted to do 2 trees on either side of it. And so these were the trees that before Thanksgiving, she decorated them as harvest trees.
Oh, I see.
And then on probably Thanksgiving night, she switched them out to Christmas trees.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that is beautiful. And again, the angels on top, at least the angel on top of that one is just stunning, isn't
And
it?
she custom selects all the ornaments for the
Yeah.
color palette of the room.
Yeah, a little monochromatic, matching the brown in the curtains and that kind of thing. So
I've got another one here. Let's see what this one is. This is you've done up the fireplace.
This is the
right
fireplace.
next to that other tree, right? So
absolutely.
are there any trees up there? Do we count those as the 16 trees?
No,
Those
this is just mantle decor,
right,
so we
that's
don't
just-
count that as.
we're not counting that. So if
No.
we're not counting that, we're not counting your stockings. Then
We do not count the
we
stockings
see
as trees,
But see, you got nice decoration here. You've got the garland going.
and mistletoe. So there's always mistletoe hanging.
Oh,
right in
all right.
the-
I missed that mistletoe. I feel bad now.
you know, the difference between holly and mistletoe, right? Holly is the red berries, and mistletoe is the white berries.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I did not realize the difference. I was
Miss
thinking.
Kathy set us straight on that.
Do I thought maybe one of them tasted better than the other.
I haven't tried mistletoe myself.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know how that worked. But that's really cool. This is my favorite tree coming up. I've got one more picture, and then we're going to take a break. But I love this tree. Just tell me about this.
Oh, this is great.
This is just beautiful.
So this is in the kitchen,
Okay.
and even when we were using it as a personal house, my mom would always decorate the kitchen for Christmas.
No kidding.
But once we started,
it takes up counter space.
takes up counter space, but we have enough counter space, and this is right in front of the kitchen window. It's just a little silver tabletop tree, but she sliced fresh oranges right around Thanksgiving and hung them. And a lot of people online asked us if we treated them. She didn't. She just sliced them, and when you hang them, they air dry and they turn a little bit translucent, and it's just beautiful, and it makes the room smell amazing.
Yeah, and the light hits it, and they kind of reflect off the light.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that's on a west window,
Yeah.
so that's going to have some light come in there, strike it. And I asked you earlier off the air. Basically, those are edible.
They're edible.
Yeah.
They're
So
edible.
there's not going to kill the cat or anything
No,
like that.
and they're not treated with
It's just
anything.
like dried fruit.
And they really the drier they get, the more translucent they become, and it's just beautiful. So she put oranges up for Thanksgiving, and then right before Christmas, she switched it to limes and cranberries. So we would have different color palette for each.
Wow.
Each
That
holiday.
is so
Yes,
cool.
yes.
Oh, I like that a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous tree.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Victorian on Main. We're going to come back. Might talk about that. Might talk about their other jobs as well for just a second, or what they know about. We're going to talk Hollywood. Who's getting new? You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back right after this. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My guests this morning are Amy Boyett as well as Scott Boyett, her husband, and they are the owners of the Victorian on Main, owners and manager. I mean, if somebody wants to call, they're talking to
me.
Talking to you. So, that's cool. Again, the phone number?
618-919-0208.
618, what he said,
919-0208.
0208. Also, the Victorian on Main
.com.
Okay, so easy to find. There was one other picture that we had that I was interested in. This was not this one, but this one's cool. This is the normal sitting room when it's not decorated for Christmas,
Right.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the parlor.
The parlor part. All right. Well, I must have misplaced my chandelier picture. Oh, we have the wood chandelier in
We do
that
have a
one
wooden
picture. I thought that was
chandelier,
pretty.
yes.
It's a neat one.
You don't see wooden chandeliers very often.
No,
Wood does not conduct light.
Yeah, no, it's just they're tiny little white wooden beads, and that was so much fun. We did all the decorating. It was our contractors were working here, but we were online and in antique stores just trying to find things that would work for each room. And the chandelier you're talking about is for Lily's Hideaway, and it's an angled roof, and it's a really light and bright room, and I wanted something that felt modern and vintage at the same time.
Yeah, we
and
went through a
found
couple.
this chandelier that really just was amazing.
Well, that
Yeah.
is. I might have it. No, that's the shower.
That's it. Yeah.
No, I don't have it. I guess I
Yeah.
didn't get it set up. That's my bad.
It's all right.
Okay, so most of the time, sometimes, some of the year, you are in Hollywood,
Yes,
California.
yes, we live
You're
there.
both employed in the entertainment industry. All right, I've got to ask the question, who's the biggest star you've ever seen and talked to? I've asked you that before.
yeah.
Have you had somebody new in the last year since the last time we talked, Amy? Have you run into anybody?
Gosh, let's see.
Or do you run into people all the time?
We run into people all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we were at Shutters, and Pink was having lunch next to us. We were at a Mexican restaurant, and Charlize Theron is sitting behind us, and her kids and our kids are talking, and I'm like, this is surreal.
Yeah.
So
You walk into
it's just-
Starbucks and there's Jeff Goldblum
Yeah.
getting coffee. I mean, it just.
So do people who live there just not paying attention to it anymore? Or?
Yeah, if you're a local, you don't geek out. You're like and they're normal people, and then you get the vibe. Like most of them don't want to be disturbed. They're there to get coffee or whatever, and you know. I mean, some of them are real gracious when people do come up. You can tell the people that do that are kind of out of towners or something that are just. But most of them are pretty gracious about it. But usually, you know that they kind of want to be left alone, and
But it's just there everywhere. I mean, one of the first major star encounters I had before I started working in the industry well enough that I was meeting them on
Before you got jaded is what she's
Before I got jaded. I was in Beverly Hills, and I was rushing to get to an elevator, and a hand stops to stave the elevator for me, and doors open, and it's Harrison Ford, and I was just dumbfounded.
Han Solo. Han Solo just joined
Just-
me on the
yes.
elevator.
Indiana
Stopped
Jones.
the elevator for me. Help, come on in. And I was just,
That's pretty
so
cool.
it was pretty cool.
And as such, you have also gone to some of the award ceremonies
yes.
and that thing. That's pretty cool. Do we have, all right, now, I have a television show I do once a week. Well, actually, I do this one every day, but there's a gambling show that I do every Friday. It's a sports gambling show. But there are occasionally areas on the internet that permit you to gamble on awards.
On awards.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So my question is, as Hollywood insiders, who do I want to look for this year?
You just watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
yeah, that was really good.
What'd you think of that?
You know what? It was a beautiful sort of love letter to Hollywood
I loved
by
it.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
I enjoyed I'm not going to ruin the ending, but I enjoyed the ending.
I did too.
Yeah, I really
did
thought
too.
that was very sweet.
The fictionalization, let's call
Yeah,
it.
it was awesome. Honestly, I don't know if anyone's going to beat Joaquin Phoenix for the Joker.
Do you think?
He's a pretty remarkable
I was wondering. I'm not sure that they only pick 5 for the acting awards. Have you seen The Irishman yet? You guys probably haven't had time to see
Seen
see.
it.
That's going to be a nice little supporting vehicle, possibly for Pacino and for Pesci.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that. I mean, De Niro just doesn't move.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Pesci, the subtlety of his performance in that, you never saw Pesci like that before.
Yeah.
He's always this crazy animated dude, and just the subtlety and the calm that he exuded through that whole thing was really impressive.
And he did it really well.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after he hasn't worked for 15 years.
Yeah, for a
I
long
don't think
time.
he's needed to.
No, he hasn't needed to.
Prolific and,
But I was wondering how easy it is to get back on the bike, Scott. I mean, you've taken breaks from time.
Well, look, but I was never a major star like that. I'm sure. I mean, he has people and he has help, but I mean, like, he's been doing things with Martin Scorsese for how many years? 20 years?
Oh, 40.
Longer? Maybe?
40,
yeah. So I'm sure getting back on the bike with your good friends is
he was
a lot easier.
He would have been in Raging Bull, I guess, back in the day. So I'm glad you brought up Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because that's an interesting conundrum since that came out in the summertime. Is that do the summertime movies? Are there any of them that ever really get a chance to win these awards very often, or does it have to be a real breakout?
They do, but they usually need a refresher. And a lot of times, at least locally, they will put up billboards all over LA, and they'll have screenings.
Okay.
They'll redo screenings and kind of publicize the screenings. Like, hey, remember we did this in the summer? It's an awesome movie.
Los Angeles is filled with billboards that are specific to award season right now.
for your
No kidding.
consideration.
You drive down any major road, and there's
All over
Once
the
Upon a
place.
time. That's
There's
all.
a big
that's,
picture of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker.
Yeah.
Just that with the clown. I mean, they're everywhere.
How much of the marketing budget do studios put in to award season like this? I guess it depends on the movie.
The
but-
first thing you need to
and
do
the
is
studio.
it depends on the movie,
Netflix
the
is throwing money
studio,
at it right
and
now.
it
Really?
also depends on. The first thing you need to do is you need to make sure people are seeing your movie. So
Right.
you're spending the majority of your money in the theatrical release window. But for anything that's an awards contender, there's a separate budget that is specific to screeners and to awards advertising.
just to make sure that the actual voters
Yes.
are
Yes,
made
are
aware.
are reminded.
Yeah, and you
Yes.
get like the SAG Awards where all the SAG members receive screeners. A lot of time, it used to be a lot of DVDs. Now that you just get a note with a link,
Yeah.
and you can stream it.
And like once, and then it's gone from
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're careful about pirating and all that, especially through streaming service and stuff. People have all kinds of weird, video capture and all that to pirate things. But it's as far as it's weird because Netflix is not always a theatrical. Like The Irishman, they did a theatrical release, and then a week or two later, it came right out on Netflix.
came out on-
And so that streaming services like that, they have a whole different sort of business model when it comes to promotions, because it's not a theatrical release per se.
Yeah.
Some of them, and some of the shows they do, like The Crown, and that
Yeah.
they don't necessarily. They're not
Well,
in
and
theaters,
you
so.
mentioned The Crown. You're talking a television show. It's a Netflix television series.
Right.
They're going to have the same kind of, maybe not the same kind, but they're going to have budget for award season for Golden Globes
Golden
and that kind
Globes
of stuff.
for Emmys,
And
absolutely.
Emmys in September.
Yeah.
Well, that's just fascinating. If you had to pick right now, who's going to? You haven't seen You haven't seen, and you can't pick. She works she has conflict of interest issues, ladies and gentlemen. If you had to pick right now, Scott can pick, can't he?
Scott can pick.
Yeah, I mean, look, mine is the Joker. I just thought it was really great, and that Once Upon a Time Hollywood's great.
Joker went too far for me, man.
Too far, huh?
Yeah, I didn't like the whole dystopian. Even 40 years ago, it was set in like 1980 or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
like that.
As a standalone
New York
superhero movie.
trash. They had the New
Right.
York, and they built the doggone movie just for basically, to make you feel uncomfortable.
Right, and that was shot in San Francisco and Los Angeles.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. So, but they made it look like
And put trash everywhere.
right. Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have to go very far.
Yeah. Well. Whole different story.
That's a whole different story. Yeah.
enough time for that right now. Hey, Victorian on Main in Fairfield. Check them out online, thevictorianonmainin.com. Check them out. Give them a call. Scott, thank you so much for being here. Amy, thank you so much for being here.
Always a pleasure.
Merry Christmas to you. I know we're late, but Merry Christmas to you. And folks, thank you so much for tuning in to Big Talk. Have a great Christmas and see y'all real soon.